Gentlelady from the Virgin Islands, Ms. Plaskett, is recognized to speak on the amendment.
I move to strike the last word.
The gentlelady is recognized.
Thank you very much. We know that the discussion about fraud in programs or in these type of tax credits are something that our Republican colleagues have really made a great deal of effort to push out to the American people, which are not backed up by data. They've done the same thing with TANF programs, with SNAP programs, with food stamps, and school lunch programs, which the data does not bear out to show that there is an exorbitant amount of fraud. There's more fraud in your donors and your tax individuals, the high-paid individuals who are doing illegal activity to try and circumvent their payments. But one of the things that was talked about was the bottom line and the economics. What we really also need to understand is that this does cost our children if we do not take care of poverty, that it does have a financial bearing on us on the long term if we do not. Before the recession, on a yearly basis, we lost $500 billion per year in lost labor for individuals who were in poverty. There was a percentage, 30% of children who are poor do not graduate or complete high school, which in turn leads them to not be active contributors to our society. High rates of poverty exact a serious toll on the U.S. economy. Each year, child poverty reduces productivity and income output by about 1.3% of our gross domestic product. If we are concerned about our children's future, we should be concerned about those children whom will be in society with them. The children who are the poor now, who, if we help them now, can be productive members of our society and reach the American dream and be part of a production and continue American ingenuity. Thank you, and I yield back.
I thank the gentlelady. Chair is prepared to call the question. The question is on agreeing to the amendment offered by the gentleman from South Carolina, Mr. Rice, and members are reminded to unmute themselves for this voice vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. In the opinion of the chair, the noes have it.
A recorded vote is requested.
Mr. Brady has requested a recorded vote, and the clerk will call the roll.
Mr. Doggett?
Doggett votes no.
Mr. Doggett votes no. Mr. Thompson?
Thompson, no.
Mr. Thompson votes no. Mr. Larson? No. Mr. Larson votes no. Mr. Blumenauer?
Blumenauer, no.
Mr. Blumenauer votes no. Mr. Kind?
Thank you.
Mr. Kind?
Kind, no.
Mr. Kind votes no. Mr. Pascrell?
Pascal, no.
Mr. Pascrell votes no. Mr. Davis?
Davis votes no.
Mr. Davis votes no. Ms. Sanchez?
Sanchez votes no.
Ms. Sanchez votes no. Mr. Higgins?
Higgins, no.
Mr. Higgins votes no. Ms. Sewell?
Sewell votes no.
Ms. Sewell votes no. Ms. Delbene? Ms. Delbene votes no. Ms. Chu?
Chu votes no.
Ms. Chu votes no. Ms. Moore?
Moore votes no.
Ms. Moore votes no. Mr. Kildee? No. Mr. Kildee votes no. Mr. Boyle?
No.
Mr. Boyle votes no. Mr. Byer?
Byer votes no.